He indeed goes short side. So that 4, that purple 4 will go to the corner pocket.
So, tigil
Orange 5 sa kabila.
Oh, tigil na yung pamato dyan. Orange 5 to the side. Get the 6. On the 5 in the corner rather. 6 into the side. So looks like the Romel Santos reign is about to end. So bagsak na lang yun. Corner for the 7. Question usually is whoever makes it to 5 first will dictate the outcome. Looks like we won't know because it's about to be tied at 4.
Just like Monday.
Right?
Nobody gave an inch. And that Monday edition of the King of the Hill, this Jonald Galve cleaning house. Black 8 to the side pocket. Perhaps the most dangerous shot, but no danger whatsoever coming from Kapitan Balbon.
Oh, the Galve is automatic here. He just has to shrug off all of the noise that he hears in the background. And we are tied at 4.
The run of Romel Santos was stopped at 3, courtesy of Kapitan Balbon, taking advantage of a try break again from the Stallions.
Well, both teams actually struggling on their break tonight. Pero more so para dito sa Taguig. And that was a very obvious run out para dito kay Jonald Galve. No issues to report on the table. Able to clean everything up by the book para dito sa kapitan ng Negros Occidental Pillars.
The last player to complete the rotation for Coach Jaynard Orque, it's Gerson Comayas, the lover boy. We will see action going up against Balbon. This is the SBA Season 2. Back with us inside the Sharks Arena. I'd like to thank First Welcome Depot for supporting SBA Season 2. Jay De La Cruz together with Noel Zarate, and we are deadlock at 4.
Ano ba nagbabago rito? Kahapon lang talaga nagkaroon ng problema ang Taguig against Negros when they lost 13-6.
9 ball, 9 ball. No.
But again, both teams struggling on their break dito, Jay. And we saw this yesterday from the Taguig Stallions. 0 conversions on their break. And Jonald Galve, who went 3 of 3 yesterday sa kanyang sargo, comes up dry today.
But if you're following the Stallions in their first series, taghirap din sila sa break. Diba?
Right.
The second series, kalaban nila ang Makati, taghirap din sila sa break. The previous series, taghirap din sila sa break.
Yeah.
This one as well. But the thing is, it's not the Stallions. Nahahawa din yung kalaban ng Taguig.
Again, the breaking here in SBA is just a different animal. Great equalizer, ika nga. Because you cannot touch the cue ball pag binabana ng ating referee. And you cannot use a cut break. And that was a good effort into the side pocket. But that was anything but easy for Gerson Comayas, who came off the bench.
That's just a very difficult cut shot for Jersey. Kung may sobrang nipis na nung pina na ginawa niya sa Bluetooth.
Ito naman, Jay, madaling bank shot ito para kay Jonald Galve.
Just straight up.
Yeah.
If there's such a thing as elementary bank shot, yan yun.
So the back shot, no!
Oh!
Sabihin ko sana, not an issue because the issue I was about to point out is the position of the 7 and the 9.
But they have to address that some other time. Jerson Comayas will have to play another narrow angle shot
Kaya niya ito.
towards that corner
Yeah,
pocket.
just roll and then you'll be natural to get to the 3 ball. No, natungkil pa siya ron.
That is something he was not looking for. Issue.
Cue ball skid a little bit after making contact with the 2 ball. So now the back shot is on para sa kanya. There is benefits of taking on this back shot.
Some conversation.
Oh, but instead, gagamitin niya yung mga bola sa taas. Naku, ginulo pa lalo yung 6. Well, 6 still goes in. It's still the 7 and the 9. That will be an issue later on.
If anything, they need to play the perfect angle on that orange 5 because it's in a very precarious position as far as the cue ball is concerned. Pero first things first,
Matagal
red
pa
3
to.
muna.
Matagal pa ito mangyayari ito sa padaan na to. Look at the landing of the 3 ball. And may kita ba ito? Can he touch the 3 ball with the cue ball? Talking about Jerson Comayas, looks like there could be just a sliver pero looks like he's looking elsewhere. Pero by looking elsewhere, nakasapatos yung kanyang tira.
Oo, yun yung mas malalang problema. He needs an elevated shot over here. There's gonna be a direct shot.
Oh, he touches the 8 though. That's foul 1 on Jerson Comayas. Ball in hand for Jonald Galve.
Pero walang opensa, Noel eh.
Well, you're gonna have to do what they tried earlier, is to get 3 fouls. Galve has an idea. Just put the 3 ball right there beside the 5 and then send the cue ball off 2 rails to this side of the table.
Talking about just touching
Right.
that red 3.
Naku, lalong gumulo doon sa taas. Ano
Party.
ba nangyayari dyan?
There's a
This, I'll just tell you, guaranteed this rack is gonna take a while.
Yep. There's a lot of clustering that is happening. Grupo-grupo yung mga bola dito. And Jerson Gomez is gonna try again on that very tight shot. Finally, it's a good shot. Got cleared of his fouls, and it led to this open shot on the red 3.
Open 3, open 4. And if he gets good position, the 5 ball, well, the 5 ball is actually a problem nga, Jay, as you pointed out earlier. Kasi wala siyang short side shot. And the 8 is blocking the angle for the other side. So from here, Galve has to touch the 5 ball. From this angle, this is his best chance.
Kailangan mawala yung orange 5 na yan sa banda.
Right.
And from the looks of it,
He got it.
Oh,
He
got
got it. It's exactly what he wanted. Just bring it up a bit para kita papasok into the side pocket. However, the 7 and the 9 continue to be an issue. How he lands on the 6 will determine kung may bubuwag ba niya yung dalawang magkasamang yan.
so I was about to say earlier that whatever happens, from the looks of it, Jerson Comayas will return to the table.
Mukhang if Jonald Galve makes contact with the 7 and the 9 on this shot, he might have a shot on the 7 in the same corner pocket.
This is the key shot, if anything. And Jonald
Stretch
Galve has to reach out.
Can't get it done. And Taguig was all over him on that shot as well.
Now, who is going to break this up? Who's going to break it up completely?
May 1 foul pa si Comayas, ano? He's on,
Nalinis
still on
na.
1 foul, nalinis na.
Oh, it was clean earlier. He made a good shot earlier.
Good contact, good shot. It's like this is gonna be this way for a while.
There's no stalemate whatsoever in pool.
Oo. Ubusan talaga ng bola ito.
Oh. So, Jerson Comayas may opt to play the similar shot Jonald Galve did and let Jonald Galve resolve that one.
Ayun, good contact once again. Pero wala pa rin attack point ang 7 ball.
Ninipisan din to ni Jonald Galve kasi ang magiging resulta dito, this might be a double contact. So referees again paying close
you have to
attention.
remember the blocking ball is a 9. He can actually go on offense here and play the 7-9 combination at least later on. Hanggang mamayang gabi tayo ganito.
It's gonna take a while, folks. So sa mga nanonood sa Facebook, mga nanonood sa atin mula sa Digos, Ivan Solis, Pastelan, tapos sa raong laban, si Galve pala nakasalang. Pero eto nga, nag-iespadaan sila. The softest of the soft shots so far. And the other players doing their job, sharking Jason Comayas, Jonald Galve.
Ito, lalayo na yung pamato after this shot. Oh, he keeps it in that area pa rin. I'm telling you, this is gonna take a while until somebody tries to put the cue ball on the other side of the table.
Naging test of will, bigla.
Aabot ba? Hindi, tumama na pala. Tumama na pala yung
Made
7
contact on the rail.
Oh.
And if any, you gotta wonder, who's going to explore the possibility of a
Yun na nga eh.
combination?
May kick shot na rito si Galve pero might not be able to get it off that. Kasi dulong-dulo ng cushion yan eh. Even if you apply spin, it has to be perfect.
Kasi hindi naman 1 ball, si Brown 7 saka si 9 ball. Because again, the rail is playing a factor.
So
applied
he's able
some
to,
strength.
yun na nga, hiniwalay na nga. But he was intending to hit the 7 fuller para gumalaw din yung 9. Ang nangyari ngayon, benta na. Si numero 7.
For Jerson Comayas, though, he has to play the perfect angle and the perfect spin because if he misses that spin, that cue ball's gonna go in the side pocket.
This looks like it will, itong tira niya, he better be careful. I mean, both options of going for the corner or the side pocket for the 7 have a scratch involved in it. Mas manipis yung scratch factor if he goes for the side pocket.
But he's gonna go for the corner, I believe. He went for the corner. Ang nipis lang.
Yeah, that's the issue of doing that. Yung matatakot ka masyado na mag-scratch yung pamato, you overcompensate, and he overcut it.
And looks like Jonald Galve.
He's got this.
Up. Oo, siya yung makakaahon dito.
Galve's got this from this position alone. Good angle on the 8. 2 rails to get to the 9. Maybe even just 1 rail to get to the 9.
A very lengthy battle for the 5th victory. Ang ending, si Jonald Galve ang nakakuha.
At nakaabante na naman ang Negros Occidental Pillars dito. 5-4. That was a very long safety battle that required a lot of precision. Pero sa dulo, kala natin yung mistake ni Galve in trying to separate the 7 and the 9 was going to cost him. Instead, this was the overcompensation para dito kay Jerson Comayas. At dire-diretso na nakuha ni Jonald Galve ang panalo by pocketing the last 3 balls on Negros back on top.
Ikot na ang mga tao ni Coach Jaynard Orque. Brian Sigiped will return to the table para tapatan itong si Jonald Galve. Magbabalik po ang SBA Season 2.
Ako po si Raymart Camomo, Team Negros Occidental. Suportahan nyo kami manood ng Monday to Friday sa Sharp Billiards Association. Share and follow.
Tuloy-tuloy lang po ang action dito sa loob ng Sharks Arena. Kasama po ang Go Hotels, North EDSA and Timog dito po sa Quezon City. Jay De La Cruz together with Noel Zarate. Jonal Galve will break habang nagsusulat si Ryan Mark Hidalgo ng kanyang ipapabate.
Epiko sinusulat dito ang babatiin natin mamaya. Pamato! Muntik na, nasalba ng numero 2.
9 breaks o 10 breaks already, Noel.
Wala.
0 of 10.
Whis.
Combined.
Whis yan. Ngayon, ang kagandahan dito sa dry break nitong si Hidalgo, walang direct shot itong si...
You mean si Jonal? Si Ryan Mark nandito sa harap natin.
Gulo mo kasi, nandito ka. Galve pala. Yung mga break ni Galve, walang malinaw na tira itong si Sagiped. So we may opt to kick this off the short rail or play a push out. Push out na nga lang gagawin niya rito.
Push si Urda Knights. It's going to be a quote-unquote tawid dagat.
Oo.
From north to south.
So, tignan natin kung kakayanin to ni Galve to take this one on. May mga pangharang naman na bola dyan, but that needs a lot of precision to get to it. Instead, tries to hide it behind the 2. Nagamit yata yung 3 as a... I'm not quite sure if he got behind the 3 ball. Looks like the 1 ball is still seen here, Jay.
There's a direct line of sight towards that yellow one. But he has to be really careful. Matraffic yung dadaanan ng cue ball. But if anything, Brian Sagiped, he has dealt with these kind of shots a lot of times already
Almost
this season.
Ng singles matchup niya, no?
That's right.
Wow!
Even has an offensive shot.
Ganda. And because of that, ligpitable na ito. Hindi ako tulad ni AJ Ong na nagbibigay ng curse.
Ng S2S.
Oh, ligpitable nga ba? Long shot on the 2. Just get 2 rails, get to the 3 onto the side.
Just have to play, if anything, the perfect angle towards that orange 5. And that will be it.
Okay na yun. Kahit i-short side pa niya kung gusto niya mamaya So, sa giped, semi-draw ang gagawin niya rito.
Dumis pabor eh.
Still a bit of a slide from the cue ball. He's gonna use the bottom rail. I don't like the position of the cue ball. Yun lang talaga.
You don't like it. And
He
if
doesn't
anything,
like it.
Brian Sagiped, perhaps, he's saying, it could have been better.
Well, dapat hindi ganito yung tira niya sa numero 4. Mahirap na nga yung tira sa 4 to begin with. Nasa patusan pa siya. So, kailangan pa niya sumafety. And it looks like he was able to achieve it. Part of that 7 ball is blocking the 4. Not sure if itong si Galve can attack it.
If he's gonna go aggressive, pwede niyang pinahan yan papunta doon sa corner pocket.
Pero instead,
But nope.
gagamitin niya sana yung 9 ball as a blocker. Instead, he gets the 8 as a blocker.
Either way, it's a 1-ball screen towards that purple 4. Minimum of 1 rail for Brian Sagiped. He's gonna opt to use the long
short rail kick lang.
And
Yun lang,
those
parang
balls are moving around.
yun na nga napalakas yung kanyang tira doon. Did not get the correct contact point, and now Jonald Galve has an opportunity to clean this up. Sabi kasi sa short side na niya kukunin yung 5. Kung hindi na masyado pang mahirap puntahan yun, kung doon din sa ilalim galing. So the 6 into the opposite corner pocket. Bounce back off the long rail. To get to the 7, this should be a rack that should go to Negros Occidental.
And Brian Sagiped, for sure, he's thinking about taking that shot back do sa preparation niya sa purple 4 kanina. Where it ended up that cue ball just really behind that black 8. At nagkulang pa yung angulo para sa purple 4 ang naging resulta. Here is Jonald Galve, just 2 balls away. Dumis pabor lang.
Is pabor yan. So that cue ball's gonna have to go around the table.
That's the power.
Oh. Okay na rin landing yan. Para kay Galve.
And Balbon is going to give the Pillars a 2-rack lead. Nearing midway, iting Negros Occidental, Noel.
So it was Negros who got to 5 first. And they're usually favored to win if you get to 5 first. Pero ito ay wild kick shot nitong si Brian sa giped that opened up the table para dito sa kupunan ng Negros Occidental Pillars. And the captain, Jonald Galve, was able to clean everything up. No more issues. So earlier, etong si Drasir Mauricio won 3 straight. Eto ngayon si Jonald Galve has won 2 in a row.
On the other side of the break, Jonald Galve will go up against Jericho Banares. 6-4 Negros Occidental ahead. Mas kilalanin ang paborito niyong SBA players hindi lang sa loob ng arena kundi pati sa kanilang buhay sa labas ng laban. Una nating nakilala ang alamat ng Antipolo si Albert the Black Carabao Espinola. Nasaksihan din natin ang nakaka-inspire na kwento ni Jonas the Silent Killer magpantay, ang sariling world champion ng SBA. At hindi pa dyan nagtatapos ang kwento. Marami pang buhay bilyarista ang ating matutunghayan. Kaya siguraduhin naka-like at follow kayo sa Sharks Billiards Association sa Facebook, YouTube at TikTok para hindi mahuli sa susunod na kabanata. $6-4 ang ating talaan pabor sa Negros. Pero bago ang lahat, pasalamatan muna natin one ball billiard specialist. And Jonald Galve already won 3 straight racks.
Nasabi ko kanina back-to-back Nasabi ko kanina back-to-back 3 in a row. Already for Kapitan Balbon. Will he finally get success on the break? Yon, pumasok yung numero 6.
For the first time, after 11 racks, ay pumasok na. Ang problema lang, nag-ipon-ipon sila dun sa sulok.
Oh, nag-miss 2 lang flood control area yan naman yan, 2-8. Doon sila. Nandun daw yung baha sa may kanang bahagi.
Jericho Banares ang kalaban ni Jonald Galve. Jericho already saw action earlier. However, Drasir Mauricio just let Jericho Banares watch his performance earlier. And this time, Jonald Galve looking to do the same. Possibility of a combination on the 2 to the 8. Got it! However, sumunod ang lolo.
May 2-9 naman ngayon na napipinto para kay Jericho Banares. He can put an end to this right now if he chooses to go for the 2-9 combination.
Knowing Jericho Banares, he's gonna go for it. He's definitely gonna go for it.
Pangtigil ng... he's thinking otherwise right now. Sabi niya, kaya namang ubusin He's right. He goes, the 3 does pass the 7.
And Jericho opted to go for a run out of the remaining balls.
Ay, konti na lang kasi naman yung natitira. So tama na rin tong decision na to instead of going for that combination. Remember, Romel Santos missed the combination earlier. Able to win the rack eventually, but still, that miss on the combinations playing on Jericho's mind right now na kaya namang ligpitin, gawin na lang natin ganito.
And could be na a possibility of Jericho Banares also looking for his pocketing, di ba?
Oo, pwede rin kasi hindi pa nakakatira si Jericho masyado.
Either way, It's going to be the first victory of Jericho Banares and a collective cheer. Wala pa.
Meron pa.
Bumabelo pa yung mga taga-Taguig Stallions. Either way, hindi nila hinahayaang makalayo itong Negros Occidental.
This is actually the 15th win already this week para kay Jericho Banares. 1-5 nung ating unang King of the Hill, 1-5 sa doubles, and 1-4 last night sa singles. That was the accident para dito kay Kapitan Balbon. Again, Jericho Banares had ball in hand with an option to play the 2-9 combination but decided that it's better to just run it out. And the man they call Panday from Antipolo City, Rizal in the Philippines, makes it happen. And now, just a one-rack advantage for the Pillars as Raymart Kamomot is back.
Panday versus Lito Lapid. Yan ang ating masasaksihan sa pagbabalik ng SBA Season 2. Back at us inside the Sharks Arena. Kasama po ang Cook Sportswear. Thank you very much for supporting SBA Season 2. Jay De La Cruz together with Noel Zarate. And we are about to witness the Battle of the Action Stars. Ang sargo ni Panday, tagtuyot pa rin. Hindi nakaganda yung sigaw ni Plong Plong. Na-excite sa 9. Yan tuloy, natakot yung 9.
Pero naging resulta rito, Jay, bukas na bukas yung mesa para dito kay Raymart Kamomot, who had a few errors earlier, uncharacteristic of the way he's been playing this week in the loss earlier to Romel Santos.
Well, it started earlier with the blue 2 when he tried a very difficult cut shot towards the side pocket. Yung tirang singkit niya, sumabit sa banda, and it went downhill from there.
Yeah, he had an opportunity to get it back but missed another ball. Not a good landing for the 4 though. He's gonna have all sorts of issues queuing over the 6 ball.
A bit overplayed on that preparation on the purple 4. He had to deal with that. Ninipisan. I got it.
But where does he land on the 5? Does he get enough of the 5 ball? So kanina mga pocketing errors kayo, yung mga positional malfunctions coming from Kamomot. I'm not sure if he has enough of this 5 ball, Jay.
And if anything, the Stallions knew it, but Raymart Kamomot, perhaps those difficult shots, every time that he's able to overcome them, yung kumpiyansa ni Raymart Kamomot, perhaps nadadagdagan eh.
Well, ito ngayon tumama pa yung pamato sa 9, making this a very difficult shot on the 6. This is missable.
Patas ang patas yung degree ng difficulty, no?
Right. Oh, but he's able to nail it. And now he's going to be straight in on the 7. Looks like he has enough. He took out the additional weight of his cue to make that happen.
And every shot is just getting tougher and tougher. And the sharking just gets louder and louder. And he missed it.
That's the one. Masyadong diretso yung bagsak niya doon sa numero 7, Jay. And knowing that he needed to get position on the 8 that altered his shot. And now Jericho Banares may pagkakataong ligpitin yung mga natitirang bola sa mesa.
Nanonood si Popoy sa Facebook, nagtatanong, bakit yung Negros walang construction?
Hindi. Okay na. Tapos na lahat ng building
Tapos
nila.
na ho kasi.
Ito, Taguig, kahit na naitayo na yung building, kailangan pa nilang ulitin eh. Parang ganun lang.
Nire-retrofit.
Oo. Nagpadagdag pa daw ng 4th floor. Yeah.
But for Jericho Banares, this rack is going to be handed to him.
You do not want to give Jericho Banares a full head of steam. Pagdating dito, I mean, look at the speed he played. Just getting to this 9 ball. And Panday strikes again. Nakakadalawa na siya dito, Jay. And we are now tied at 6.
Jericho Banares looking to build a run of his own. Salamat din, perhaps, doon sa ginawa ni Raymart Camomo that leading to that shot at the brown 7, it just gets tougher and tougher.
And kita mo gano'ng kabilis tumayo ito si Raymart Camomot after that shot. He was not comfortable shooting that straight shot from that distance. And that led to the final 3 balls going the way of the Taguig Stallions. And again, the Stallions have already lost this series, Jay. But a win here tonight can jumpstart that momentum moving forward.
You are going to see our first rematch for this King of the Hill Friday. And counter number 2 for Panday and Seesaw. You're tied at 6.
Ako si Dean Marcos Nuevo ng Negros Occidental Pillars. Manood kayo ng mga laban namin araw-araw. Share at saka follow yung page ng Sharks Billiards Association.
Currently deadlock at 6, and before we continue, I'd like to thank first WizKid Works for your support here at SBA Season 2. Mr. Patalinghog.
Malapit ko na ba siyang tawaging Coach Raji Patalinghog? Abangan
natin yan in the meantime.
Uy.
Jericho Banares making that 9-ball travel. But a lot of traveling happened with the object balls. All of that traveling but no pocketing.
And Drasir Mauricio with a very manageable layout.
We mentioned Noel earlier, first rematch of the night. Encounter ni Drasir Mauricio at ni Jericho Banares, rack number 3. It was Tisoy who ended up victorious.
Actually, Tisoy had a string of 3 consecutive wins. Si Jericho Banares yung kanyang pangalawang na biktima doon.
Your candidate for player of the week.
Pwede naman kasi. I mean, with all due respect to Raymart Camomot, I mean, Camomot had a great Monday and had a great Tuesday. But Drasir Mauricio won 10 racks last night sa ating doubles Thursday. And is on the precipice of his 4th win here tonight dahil sa kalat na ito.
It's a very good follow shot for Drasir Mauricio, providing a slightly angled shot towards that orange 5. Pero in-stopball,
Okay na rin yan. Yung 6 naman, konting, he can actually stop it right there again for the 7 ball.
But it'd be quite interesting where will he will play that black 8.
Kasha naman. Kasha yung black 8. Yeah, he can actually just from this, well, he's a little straight on this. Might actually play short side also. I mean, he can draw it back to play the 7 and the 8 into the same corner pocket.
Actually, he can opt that black 8 to go to the opposite corner. Either way,
pwede rin eh.
that 9 ball will stay on that near corner pocket.
Ayun na, short side na lang niya itong numero 8.
Yon. Opposite corner nga. And looks like Drasir Mauricio will send Jericho Banares back to barracks. A little follow through on that black 8 shot. At the 9 ball. Got it. Win number 4 for Drasir Mauricio.
Yun na nga. I mean, Drasir Mauricio is just on fire today, on fire yesterday. So it will be a big question if Negros has already won the series. So sila na magkakaroon ng player of the week. But is it gonna be Raymart Camomot or is it gonna be Drasir Mauricio? Right now, it's a coin flip between these two. But again, the break, only one player has had a successful break tonight. That is Jonald Galve. Jericho Banares now 0 for 3 on his break. And John Drasir Mauricio says, welcome to Negros territory, balls.
Negros Occidental Pillars getting victory number 7 for tonight. They're meaning they're halfway through and they're looking to build on this one. But up next, it's Kapitan Plong Plong seeing action once again for the Stallions. SBA Season 2 will return. Maraming salamat, Prince Executive, for your support to SBA Season 2. Jay De La Cruz together with Noel Zarate and Popoy is back asking anong team po ang maglalaban next week.
Madaling sagot dyan. Ang Quezon City Dragons, kalaban po ang Black Carabao. The playing coach, the team captain, and the 7 is going to drop. So it will be Makati versus Quezon City next week.
You know what? Every successful break so far feels like a golden break. No?
Oo. Para kay John Drasir Mauricio, of course, you're asking about golden breaks. Wala
Wala
si
pa.
Mauricio. Titignan natin. In this season, 0.
Tuyot pa.
Oo, in terms of golden break, that dalawang tao pa lang naka-golden break para sa Negros Occidental Pillars. Well, 3 na since last night. Heading into week 9, Ryan Mark Hidalgo had 1. Raymart Camomot has 2. At kagabi nga si Jonald Galvin, dagdagan yan. Nagkaroon siya ng isang golden break kagabi.
But with the rarity of successful breaks so far, every successful break, it feels like a big deal. And with how the balls are laid out, looks like we're about to see our first brew of the evening.
Well, this bro almost got in trouble nung tumama yung pamhato dun sa 8, altering the path a little bit. Pero sabi ni Mauricio, at gagalawin ko lang tong 8 to. And now everything's back on track.
Saktong-sakto, Shaolin Cuevas nanonood mula Candoni, Negros Occidental, supporting
Siyempre,
Citisoy. Go, Mauricio.
Support your province.
And that is the never-ending construction of the Stallions.
Medyo naalangan siya dito sa pwesto sa numero 6. Do you go right corner? Do you go left corner?
Hesitation.
And he has already used his extension. Hirap nun.
Ninipisan.
Ang hirap because you had to choose between getting position on the 8 or making the easier shot on the 6. Chose to go for position on the 8, and Mauricio ends up missing it. And Tito Whitey, who lost all his Whitey already kasi nagpatina na siya. Isa rin, medyo short also on the 8 ball.
Kasasabi pa lang natin na makikita na natin yung unang bro natin. We spoke too soon.
Ikaw, yan yung
Halong
AJ Ong na yan.
And there's the Stallions taking advantage. And if anything, it's like we have seen this movie, Noel.
Nako. Last Monday ko lang ito napanood, na-replay na naman.
Mark Zambrano saw this movie as
Ayun na
well.
nga eh. Mark Zambrano and Doc Nicky Ang had a field day last Monday. Now we are tied at 7. At gano'n din rin itsura actually nung 1-on-1 itong si Pulpul at sa kaniya Asporia noong nakaraang Wednesday. So 7 all and that miss. Makita nga natin, do you choose preparation on the 8 or do you make the easy shot? Etong si Mauricio chose preparation on the 8 ball and missed the object ball. At sabi ni Tito Whitey, kahit wala na siyang Whitey, maraming salamat, Tisoy.
It's tied at 7 on the other side of the break. It's going to be Kapitan Plong Plong going up against the Thunder, Jolo Asporia.
Ako si Ryan Mark Hidalgo ng Negros Occidental Pillars. Suportahan nyo ang mga laban namin dito sa SBA. Mapapanood nyo Monday to Friday. Please like and follow and share na rin. Thank you.
Tuloy-tuloy lang po ang action dito sa loob ng Sharks Arena together with MSW Sports Betting. We are entering rack number 15 and nobody wants to give an inch.
Alam mo bang isa pang nobody wants to give a timeout. Ayun, Tito Whitey nakadalawa sa Sargo. Might even have the 5 ball. He got the 8 and he's got the 3. And he's got a shot on the 1. It's not an easy one, but he's at least got a shot on the 1.
Kung pwede lang ibigay na natin yung panalo sa Taguig Stallions by the virtue of pocketing 2 balls on that track. Kasi nga naman sa rarity ng isang matagumpay na Sargo galing sa Taguig, binigay na sana natin.
Tito
kung pwede
Whitey.
lang.
Ito si Demosthenes Pulpul in this season, 22.8% break percentage.
At siya yung pinakamataas?
Hindi, para sa, pwede kong puntahan yun ngayon. Just give me a few moments.
Okay.
Para mapunta ko yung break percentage nila.
Pero it's, if anything, again, we have seen this to any teams that a huge part of the success of a team when it comes to getting victories at least are the breaks.
Well, as a team, Taguig is actually the second worst team in the league heading in to week 9. There's one team that's worse than their 29.2%. That's the Manila MSW Mavericks at 28.6%. So hindi naman nakakalayo. The number 1 breaking team in the league. Magugulat ka. The Paranaque Kings. Who are 0 and 3.
Hindi pa nananalo na isang serye.
Oo.
So again, you just... kaya maganda nga yun. The worst breaking team, the Manila MSW Mavericks. Again, the previous series of the Stallions apparently was up against the Mavericks. Diba? And you could just imagine the breaking in that series. But as far as this rack is concerned, Noel, we're about to see our first bro.
At ito talaga, wala na kaduda-duda na first bro ito for the matchup for the Taguig Stallions. Demosthenes Pulpul lining this up after making 2 balls on the break. This 9 ball to give the lead back to the Stallions.
Tumalaw lang si Cholo Aspuria sa mesa. Sinamahan lang si Demosthenes Pulpul. And the Stallions are in jubilation of getting the first pro of this evening.
Ang katanungan dito, who's gonna use a timeout first? Sinakita natin sa break na yun, the 3 was kicked in, the 8 went straight into the side pocket. And that was the toughest shot of the rack para dito kay Tito Whitey. Getting to that 1 ball and everything else out in the open. And Demosthenes Pulpul is gonna stay at the table and face the next player from the Pillars, Jay.
And apparently, it's Ryan Mark Hidalgo, the Black Eagle, will see action. He will try to tie this matchup once again as the Stallions overtook the Pillars 8-7. Once again, we'd like to thank Smart Sports for supporting the second season of the Sharks Billiards Association. Nag-uumpisa na magdiwang ang Taguig.
Oh, speak of Smart Sports, ha? Shout out kay Boss Epo Kimpo.
Kita kami niya kanina.
Oo nga. Baji Del Rosario. Oy, pumasok yung 8. Pulpul is having a field day on the break. Pati na rin kay Froy and Daya. And of course, Jude Torquato. So, made the 8 on the break. Not a good-looking shot on the 1. Padahan muna ito, Jay. Makakapasok na finally si Hidalgo.
Makakatira si Black Eagle. Balls are pretty much spread out, save for the position of the yellow one as of this moment.
He's gonna use his 12-inch extension on the cue. Para dito kay Demosthenes Pulpul, refusing the use of the mechanical bridge. And he's also gonna use their lone extension for this rack.
Pwede ba itawag dyan double extension?
Yun na nga, extension on the stick, extension on the time.
Extension squared.
Oo nga, baka mami, extension on life at the table. Yan ba'y mangyayari? Ay, he overshoots it. It's not going to hide behind the 2. However, does he get help from the 5 ball?
Looks like some screen provided by the orange 5 on that shot. Total titira na si Ryan Mark Hidalgo. The courtesy of the Black Eagle. Team Dreams Pro. Pinapabati ni the Black Eagle. Boss Bernard Reyes, Ma'am April Sabala. At pahabol na rin na pabati ni Ryan Mark Hidalgo. Yung kanyang pamilya, Hidalgo family. Tito niya raw na pogi na si Armando Babasio at si Rodel Hidalgo.
That was an attempt at the 7 ball pero nagamit tuloy as a cover ball nito si Black Eagle. Now Pulpul. Gonna go through the short rail, just a 1 rail kick to hit the 1.
Just a matter of ball control. Mawawala lang yung ball control kasi malayo-layo yung banda. That is a possibility that the shot will be open if you don't have that such control.
Well, ito open siya pero malayo. Para dito kay Hidalgo, he's gonna use his extension. I'm not sure if going offense will be fruitful para sa kanya, although the blue 2 is right there already.
He's gonna have to go one rail.
Nice.
Got it. But not enough strength,
Yun na nga
if anything.
I-
It's either not enough or too much strength.
Yes. Might be a case of the second actually, yung napalakas masyado. Usually you want to see that roll in. Pero yun nga, he needed to play it off the cushion para hindi siya mahook behind the 3 ball. And now, this is bankable to be honest with you. Pero he might attack this or might even just go
Gonna
for a
go
safety.
safety.
Yeah.
There's a possibility of a coverage provided by the red 3 or the green 6. He will use that red 3 to cover. And that's the screen provided.
Ngayon, Tito Whitey pwede mag 2 rails off the short rail. Can also go the long way, which is what he's looking at right now. Short rail sa baba. Paakyat papunta rito sa numero 2.
There might be a shot. Pwede pumasok yung blue 2 eh.
Yeah, he just has to make contact first.
That's the longer short rail. No, oh!
Very close. Very, very close. Hindi yata na-cover ng 5 eh.
May sayad. He's gonna nudge that orange 5 if he goes the natural angle or the preferred angle if you want to make that blue 2.
May awang, Jay eh. May awang to eh.
It looks like Ryan Mark Hidalgo has a shot. He
Yeah,
got
he
it.
not only had a shot, he had all of it. Wala nang issue to report dito para kay Hidalgo. That was the most difficult shot and the prep on the 3 is almost perfect. Enough angle to get around para sa 4 into the side pocket.
He can also have that option of playing that orange 5 to the side pocket in order to get to the green 6.
Yun ang pinaboran niya ngayon eh. Yung angulo papunta rin sa 5. Because it looks like the 9 is blocking the 5 into the corner pocket.
And with the way things are going, expecting a series of deadlocks is going to be a real possibility. Series of deadlocks hanggang rack 12, hanggang
Wag
12.
naman. Ang tatawagin sa ating King of the Hill. Tayo.
Matutuwa na naman si Mike Zambrano sa atin.
Hindi pa humihirit nga dyan sa... Nasa Santa Rosa daw siya ngayon eh. Hindi pa naman humihirit ngayon.
Pati si Clint Fernandez yan, din na inahabol. Wala pa naman raw siya sa mood matulog ngayon. Ang maaga.
Ay, mahirap. Nang maaga. Buti na lang sinabi mo. Kasi wala ka sa mood matulog. Baka mamaya, bumbuhay ka puyat.
Just have to reach out.
Yan, nag-extension na siya sa kanyang tako.
Oo.
Talking about great things happen.
Just have to be... Have to
Okay
play
na?
some gymnastics with that shot. Either way, it's still a perfect position towards that round 7.
Again, Jay, no team has called a timeout. At nanonood na YouTube video si Drasir Mauricio ngayon. Habang inintay niya yung pagkakataon.
Kasama rin yung anak niya. Na
Ay,
present the entire week to support Daddy Drasir.
Well, Ryan Mark Hidalgo out of Lucena, Quezon will tie it up.
The Black Eagle got his first victory of the night. Also made already making a contribution to the cause of the Negros Occidental Pillars with deadlock at 8. And boy, it's something we expected from these two teams, especially with what happened last Monday. And for the Stallions trying to redeem themselves after that horrible performance, for lack of a better term.
Yun na nga, yung nangyari pa nga dito. Sinubukan yung safety shot na hindi umubra para kay Demosthenes Pulpul. And this led to this open layout at naging ligpitable para dito sa Negros Occidental Pillars.
It's neck and neck. And coming up next, Pisok Pasok will return. We are tied at 8. Tuloy-tuloy lang po ang SBA Season 2.
Ako po si Drasier Mauricio ng Negros Occidental Pillars. Inaaya ko po kayo manood ng SBA Live. Like and follow our page.
Once again, we'd just like to remind you that you can see all the action of the SBA Season 2 over at pusop.com and on the Pusop app. Once again, Jay De La Cruz together with Noel Zarate, who is now in palpitation mode.
Di naman. Uminom lang ng kape.
As Ryan Mark Hidalgo, naka-successful break si Kapitan Plong Plong 2 consecutive times.
Oh.
You cannot say the same for the Pillars.
Yun ang
Issue
problema
pa.
talaga. Oh.
Issue pa yung pwesto ng cue ball.
Diba naman yan? Pero actually, pan-target practice lang yan. Ang problema dito, yung numero 1, tinago na nitong 9 balls. So it's gonna be a push out. That 9 ball is going to move after the shot by Romel Santos. Pwede nga niya ipasok yung 9 kung gusto niya eh. Uy, ano yun? Return. Matic return yun. I wonder what he tried to do.
He was thinking of something, but apparently, looks like the cue stick has something else in mind. It has
That's a miscue.
it has a mind of his own, and Pisok Pasok has to deal with it.
Good contact. Almost made the 5. May tago ba? 1-5 combination coming up.
Just a bit of a recall. Pisok Pasok, naka 3 straight racks kanina. Collectively defeating Drasier Mauricio, Jolo Aspuria, and Raymart Camomot. Ang nagpa-oppose kay Pisok Pasok kanina, si Jonald Galve.
Well, ngayon si Ryan Mark Hidalgo has an open layout.
Just have to play the perfect angle on that. Starting on that red
Puro
3.
side pocket yan, oh.
So cluster of balls in that center part of the table. Just enough strength. Perfect strength, perfect placement on that blue 2.
Well, makikita natin dito sa break success story, Ryan Mark Hidalgo for the season, averaging 45.8% on the break. Guess Romel Santos's percentage. 23.1.
Aray ko.
Taguig again, one of the worst, is the worst team in the league pagdating sa breaking. Even with the addition of Jericho Banares.
By the way, may nanonood din sa atin mula sa Mindoro over at YouTube. Tinatanong na lang kung ano raw score ng serye na to. 3-1 na po.
3-1 na, panalo
ang
na.
Negros Occidental.
Panalo na Negros dito. Kumukuha na lang, makasungkit lang sana ng isa. Ang Taguig Stallions. They still have 3 more matches to play. Itong Taguig, they will take on next the Paranaque Kings after this.
That's going to happen in 2 weeks after the Quezon City Makati series. That's going to happen next week. Then the other 2 teams in line for Taguig, it's going to be 1 more round for Makati and 1 more showdown against Quezon City.
By that time, dapat naka 100% na kayo dyan. Again, Taguig is not out of the playoff picture yet. Mahaba pa ito.
Haba pa nito, Noel. Week 9 pa lang tayo.
Yeah.
Total of 21 weeks tayo dito.
That's right. So don't count out Taguig yet, even if they've already lost the series. And Taguig has already lost 3 series so far. The only series they have won was against itong Makati.
Makati, yep. In the meantime, Ryan Mark Hidalgo looks like he will stay on the floor. He will send Romel Santos back to barracks with his perfect placement of the cue ball towards the 9. And the Pillars just reclaim the lead, Noel.
Wow. Again, dikitan po tayo dito. This is gonna be a long night the way this is going. But great things happen, making things happen for the Negros Occidental Pillars. 9-8. And again, Jay, no one has used a timeout yet dito. Nakikita natin dito yung attempted shot after the push out nito si Romel Santos. He was indeed putting that in the right spot so he can go for the 1-5. Instead, the 1-5 belonged to Ryan Mark Hidalgo at dinare-diretso na ni Black Eagle ang panalo para sa Pillars to reclaim the lead dito sa ating King of the Hill Friday.
No team perhaps has gotten a good hold of that momentum. This seesaw battle will continue perhaps with the re-entry of Gerson Comayas para sa Taguig. 9-8 lamang na po ang Negros Occidental. Ilan po ang aksyon kasama ang Andy. Thank you for supporting SBA Season 2. At ito na kaya yung matagumpay na sargo na hinihintay ng Negros Occidental. Para nga naman magtuloy-tuloy na to. They're just 4 racks away to victory for this night, Noel.
Well, ito, if great things happen, makes the break. Ayan na yun!
Ball!
Wow, Comayas just stood there and watched the 9-ball go down para dito kay Ryan Mark Hidalgo, Jay. And for Ryan Mark Hidalgo, that is his second golden break of the season.
That's right. Let's have a look on that golden break. The first one for this evening. And some cushion, some separation. Negros Occidental, they are starting to create some separation and they are much nearer to the promised land. Magtutuloy-tuloy po ang SBA Season 2. Back with us here inside the Sharks Arena At nalalapit nga ang Negros Occidental towards the promised land. Kaya tawag ng timeout dito si Coach Jaynard Orte. Saktong-sakto kasama natin si Coach Jaynard ngayon. But if anything, alam naman natin na pamatay sunog lang, no? Pamigil momentum dito. But because so far, if anything, Taguig is managing to go toe-to-toe against the Negros Occidental. Pero sigurado may nakikita pang kulang bilang coach eh.
Talagang kulang lang kami sa swerte. Nakita mo naman yung dry break niya, yung uno, bentang-benta pero cover. Wala kaming tira kundi push sa cover din. Tapos, after nun, yung break niya, na golden break naman. So, kailangan talaga putulin yung momentum. Hindi ko maintindihan nung Lunes pa sila swerte.
Tingnan natin, di pa naman tapos to. Pero I have to ask you about the long term because back in pregame, napag-usapan namin yung mga inconsistencies ng Taguig Stallions. I have to ask you, how will your team try to address those inconsistencies para magtuloy-tuloy? Kasi nasa gitna na tayo ng season eh. So, leading towards that final stretch ng inyong season, how will you take those steps to try to address those inconsistencies?
Siyempre, mas iigihan pa namin yung pagtitraining namin. Siguro dadagdagan ko imbes na 3 times a day lang or 3 times a week. Dadagdagan natin ng siguro 1 or 2 araw pa. Para talagang mabatak sila sa practice.
Wala, talagang pupukpukin na nila Coach Jaynard Orte yung kanyang mga players kasi nga naman home stretch na para sa Taguig Stallions. They'll have passed their season and Noel, 3 racks na lang ang kailangan ng Negros Occidental.
But don't count out the Taguig Stallions just yet as this timeout is about to expire para sa kanila. Again, they're looking to get a victory dito para maging 3-2 naman yung serye and still an outside chance of making it to the playoffs para dito sa ating defending champions. Yung nga sinasabi nga dito, you want to be a champion, you have to beat a champion. And of course, nanalo na nga sa serye itong Negros Occidental Pillars but they would like to get one more. Demosthenes Pulpol is back in para sa Taguig Stallions. So let's see if the captain can put an end to this run by Ryan Mark Hidalgo. Nakakagaling lang sa isang golden break. His second of the season and the second in the series this week para sa Negros Occidental Pillars.
So if you're the Stallions, you would expect a lot more pull action. Mas madadagdagan pa ang pagbibilyar ng mga taga-Taguig Stallions. If anything,
okay, pinalitan daw si Brian
they'll make a switch.
Ang papasok dito. And you can do that coming off a timeout. You can even bring in Mark E.J. Cunanan at this point. If you're the Taguig Stallions, I'm not sure kung may sub na gagawin. But this is also the time na pumapasok minsan si Dinmar Castronuevo para tapusin. Kumbaga sa baseball, si Castronuevo yung closer nila, Jay.
That's right. But before we continue, I'd like to thank first Konyan for supporting SBA Season 2, our official cue sticks inside the Sharks Arena. Ryan Mark Hidalgo just won his 3rd straight so far. That is the magic number for any player in this night so far. That 9 ball is moving once again, but
wala
that
na to.
strength.
Wala na to, tagtuyot na to. This is a dry break coming from Ryan Mark Hidalgo. And heading into week number 9, Ryan Mark Hidalgo with 13 dry breaks. Heading into week 9, of course, yung leader nila sa dry breaks is actually one of their best breakers. Ito si Chandrasir Mauricio with 17. So we're going to see spadahan muna tayo dito, Jay.
Rematch na ito ni Bryant Sagiped at Ryan Mark Hidalgo para sa gabing ito.
Right, that's one of the best safeties I've seen all night in terms of the speed in which Brian Sagiped played that. Yung pamato talagang nakadikit na halos dun sa short rail.
Samot-saring problema yan.
Right,
Well,
this is gonna be a 2-rail kick for sure para dito. Medyo kick and stick ang gagawin niya rito. Extension already used, yeah.
Tapos nakadikit pa sa banda.
Yun na nga, nakadikit nga sa banda. So 2 rails to try and escape this one. Making contact on the 1. And does it sell out? Yan ang tanong. Nakaharang naman numero 4. So this might go on. Unless, you're down in this match. There is a 1-6 combo na pwedeng gamitin ng pamato dito.
Karambola.
Yeah, karambola rito.
Shot. Or, if he goes really aggressive, he can actually explore the option of a 1-4 combination.
Malayo, pero malayo yun. Yung 1-6 mas madali.
It's quite distant though. Kasi you just lost control on that yellow one if you force that 1-4 combination. But you go for that
1-6 combo to, mas madali eh.
go for that Carom
Ayan.
shot. There you go.
And then set up sana. Well, now he sees the 1 ball. So this should be a run out already para kay Brian Sagiped. Maganda na yan eh. Konting inside spin lang yan. Papunta rito sa numero 2. He can actually avoid the traffic by just drawing it back from the short rail. So at least may options na siya rito. He would like to take it on the long side. Itong kupunan ng Taguig, that 2 ball. That's the inside spin. Well. He did not want it to hit the 9 ball. Nagbago tuloy yung takbo. Now you can cross bank this if you want to stay aggressive. Looks like he's gonna play safe.
He's not gonna go for a cross bank. He's gonna use the balls just below to provide some screen. However, there's no screen. It's quite a distant shot, but very makeable for Ryan Marquidalgo.
Oh, the question is now, you go for this or do you want to create more problems para kay Sagiped? Again, Sagiped has been the one of the 2 players this week who has really shined para sa Taguig Stallions. The other one being Jericho Banares, of course.
But so far, Brian Sagiped just won 1 rack in this matchup. And that is against the very same guy that is up against, Ryan Mark Hidalgo, able to avoid that scratch.
Well, now, the 3 ball does pass the 9. So, ligpitable na ito. This is gonna be the key shot dito. This is also a missable shot, by the way.
Combination is a possibility as well.
Hindi niya kombinasyon yan, Jay. It's too much of an angle. 3 is gonna pass the 9 and then get good position on the 4 on the slide. Ayan, natulak pa yung numero 7.
But still left some room for that orange 5.
Pwede niya i-short side yan para hindi na masyado maging complicated yung buhay niya.
O kasi, pag nilakasan niya pa yan, baka kumontak pa sa round 7, mas lalong lumala ang problema.
At saka baka mamaya hindi pa niya mapreparahan na maigi yan. So he's gonna short side the 5.
Yep.
And this should be another win to put Negros sa warning na.
Just have to deal with this orange 5.
Tirang pabuntis yung parating dito para sa numero 7 as he forces it off the side cushion, which he tries to do.
Yep.
So nabawasan ng konti yung pagiging tirang buntis dito. But this is a natural angle to get to the 8 ball.
Again, so far, no player has won beyond 3 straight racks. Drasir Mauricio won 3 straight. Romel Santos won 3 straight. Jonald Galve won 3 straight. 2 consecutive racks, Jericho Banares and Demosthenes Pulpul. Ryan Mark Hidalgo currently on a 3-rack streak, about to make it 4 with this impending pocket of the 9 ball.
Great things happen for Ryan Mark Hidalgo, and now 11 racks won for the Pillars. 2 away, Jay, from finishing this series at 4 wins and 1 loss. And the way they're stroking it right now, the way nagbe-break din itong kuponan ng Negros Occidental Pillars, that should be an inevitability. Sinubukan nitong si Brian Sagiped itago yung pamato sa likod ng 4. And that was a lucky break also there para kay Ryan Mark Hidalgo that he did not scratch on that cue ball sa tirang yon. But again, everything was out in the open. And this is going to be the 11th rack one. And tama ka, no? 4 in a row now for the Black Eagle.
Susubukan pigilan yan ni Kapitan Plong Plong. Demosthenes Pulpul will try to send the Stallions much closer towards the Pillars. 11-8, Negros Occidental with the lead.
nga pala si Brian Sagiped from Taguig Stallions. Ayun, ini-invite ko kayong manood sa Sharks Billiards Association. Mapapanood nyo po Facebook page, YouTube channel at huwag nyo pong kalimutan like and follow nyo po ang SBA.
A 3-rack advantage for the Pillars. And before we continue, I'd like to thank first Tanduay Athletics for supporting SBA Season 2. And this man is on fire.
Yan na, on fire na nga. Great things happen. Ryan Mark Hidalgo winning 4 in a row, including 1 golden break. Kaya ba niyang ulitin yan? Di na gumalaw yung 9. Nasipa ang 9. Wow. Whiz.
But look at the traffic.
Oh, well, push out yan.
Oh, it's gonna be a push for Kapitan Plong Plong. But if anything, if you're Taguig, this could be a period that they can start to be aggressive. Diba?
Well, I would think that the discretion is the better part of valor para dito kay Demosthenes Pulpul. That 1 ball is very near the corner pocket, so kailangan pag-isipan niya kung saan ang push shot. He's not declared push, so he's gonna kick at this.
Kasi matraffic nga yung gitna na yun. So, a lot of option for coverage. So, just like that. That's a 2-ball coverage towards the yellow one.
So, he did not opt for the push shot. So, ginawa na lang niya na safety off the kick. And now, Ryan Mark Hidalgo can play this off the long rail. Lagyan lang yung spin. Left-hand spin. Ang pamato. But he's gonna go 2 rails on this one.
He's gonna go 2 rails. And leave that cue ball on the location of that yellow one.
Hindi, kita.
Nope.
Wala na to. Liquidable na to kay Tito Whitey. I mean, that's a good effort there para kay Hidalgo off 2 rails. But did not get the hide behind the 7.
Bawal na magkamali ang Taguig dito.
Ay,
Bawal, no?
Perfect. Almost perfect. Even if sabihin na natin 2 rack pang kailangan dito na Negros. The way the Pillars have been playing all week. Oh my goodness.
No.
I thought he was gonna put top spin on the cue ball instead of side spin kasi by using side spin, kung tinamaan niya yung rail, it would have been prepared easily for the 2 ball into the side, but it did not make contact with the rail. Talking about the cue ball coming from Demosthenes Pulpul, and that error from the Taguig captain is gonna give ball in hand to Hidalgo and an easy layout to finish.
At yan pa naman yung kasasabi lang ni Coach Jaynard Orque nung nakausap natin siya na yung bola is not going in their favor. Nakasimangot sa kanila yung mga bola.
Pero again, you always believe that the aggressive team or the aggressive player creates his own luck. That was a little tentative coming from Demosthenes Pulpul. Parang in between siya doon sa dalawang tira. Whether to hit it harder and use the side rail. Lumambot yung tira, doon nag-scratch tuloy. Again, when you hesitate in this game, Jay, and you mentioned it earlier, the game takes control of you.
Nothing comes out good when it comes to hesitation. The certainty, the level of certainty, every shot that you make here must be a top-notch. Quite scary. And if anything, Coach Jojo Sanchez, baka nagpigil din ang hininga.
Kasama pa si Boss Hadley Mariano in the background there. So, ito ngayon, medyo pabuntis na tira. It should not be a problem. He did not want this angle to get to the 6 ball. So, Hidalgo has to draw it back. That's the best he can do. Now, he has to travel for the 7.
Yan ang tinatawag na talagang dispabor.
Kasi nung una, na-dispabor na nga siya sa 5. Ngayon, pagdating dito sa 6, now he's gonna have to go 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 rails to get to that 7 ball.
He's gonna put some top spin on that ball. He did.
So 2, 3 rails na pala kinailangan niya. Able to recover, and this should be Negros going on the hill.
Just a remarkable showing from Ryan Mark Hidalgo in this end game. Again, 4 straight racks already won by the Black Eagle.
To put things in perspective, Jay, 8-7 lamang ang Taguig. When Hidalgo came to the table. And now he's 2 balls away from sending them to the hill.
2 balls to send them to the hill. 1 more rack to get them to the promised land. dumikit pa yung
Hindi na issue yan.
cue ball
Di
dun
naman
sa
diretso eh.
banda.
Di
It's
naman
not gonna be a
diretso.
problem. It's not gonna be a problem. Some conversation. There it is.
Sumayad pa pero pumasok din sa side pocket para kay Ryan Mark Hidalgo. 5 straight racks won and the Pillars are now on the hill.
Ryan Mark Hidalgo, boy. Talk about clutch, di ba?
Oo.
Talk about showing out. Talk about getting
Ito yung
your
sinasabi ko,
game
Jay,
late.
if he had put top spin on the ball, sasayad niya sa side rail at makakasayo pa yung
Pabanda.
papunta sa 2-ball. He was in between shots that time and that caused pull. And that scratch gave ball in hand para kay Hidalgo at niligpit na ni Black Eagle yung mga natitirang bola rito. And 1 win away the Pillars from taking a 4-1 or taking the series 4-1.
The last player that Jaynard Orque will deploy is Jericho Banares, Negros Occidental, already at the hill. We're about to continue the action, but first, I'd like to thank first Dynaspheres for this world-class pool balls that you provide inside the Sharks Arena. Isa na lang ang kailangan ng Negros, Noel.
Paalala ko lang po, may golden break na ngayong araw ito si Ryan Mark Hidalgo. Can he end it in style?
9-ball
Masipa.
moving.
Pero
It's a
may napasok.
productive break. However, no offense provided by the yellow one.
May tagwa naman dito sa likod ng 2 o 8 na pwedeng kunin. Itong si Ryan Mark Hidalgo. Make life difficult for Jericho Banares.
You also have to consider, swerte kaya yung pinabati ni Ryan Mark Hidalgo, no?
Ganun naman siya every nagpapabati naman siya talaga. I mean, parang siya yung sekretarya ng team eh. Papasok yan dito in the middle of the game, may susulat.
Secretary General ng
Oo
Negros
nga eh.
Occidental.
Paglagay ka nga dyan ng papel na pwede yung pirmahan. Kunyari, yung lupat bahay niya, isasanla niya sa atin.
Check-in, no?
Walang problema.
Check-in.
Check mga ganyan. Ito, nagagamitin nga niya yung 2 dapat na pantago.
Whoa.
But, well,
It's a very dangerous shot, Noel.
Jericho does not have a shot
Oh, there's no shot.
on
Oh.
the 1 ball dito kasi masyado napalampas na sa side pocket. So he can opt to use some of those balls as interfering balls, perhaps the 2.
Above all, he has to avoid that scratch. He did avoid it.
And
Although
almost
he
scratched
did.
on the other side
He
though.
did completely avoid it.
Hindi, napaganda pa nga kasi tingnan mo
oo.
naman yung cover na 5.
So, either way, Ryan Mark
Oo.
Hidalgo has to go the short rail.
Isisingit. Actually, sa long rail niya sinisipat, isisingit niya sa gitna ng 8 at saka 5
He
ang
is
pamato.
going in between the orange 5 and the black 8.
Good contact. Hindi niya may tatago ito. But does Jericho have a shot at this into the corner?
It's quite a traffic towards the long corner pocket. Option on the side.
Pwede mag two-way shot dito si Jericho. I mean, he can just... Ayan, nilalayo na lang yung
Out of the go
numero
for
1
safety.
behind the 8 ball. Now, when you talk about defense, one of the best defenders in the league is tong Taguig Stallions, and their number 1 defensive specialist is Jericho Banares.
Again, Jericho Banares, perhaps the pressure of being the final player. Siya na yung nakatakdang lifesaver dito para sa Taguig.
Jericho has to win 4 straight to send this to a hill. That's a foul on Hidalgo.
Trying to put some spin, but apparently it went missing upon contact with the rail.
Yun na nga eh. I mean, it's he wanted to hit the rail firmer para tumama doon sa numero 1. Now, Jericho Banares with ball in hand has a layout that he can actually salvage dito. 3 and 4 may play as a combination later on this draw shot from the 2. Konting draw lamang. Jericho looking to bank the 3 and then he's gonna use the 3 to get into the 4 ball.
Combination. And looks like Jericho Banares will be on his way to win his 3rd rack of the evening. One back-to-back against Jonald Galve and Raymart Kamomot.
Yeah. Tahimik bigla, ano?
Oo.
Nakita
Natigil
nila.
yung construction.
And that is the look of intensity coming from Panday, an international campaigner. And masasabi nga natin, one of the best free agent acquisitions in the league.
That's right.
Perhaps arguably the best one, and Anton Raga would be the other one.